Did you know there's a planet in our solar system that rains diamonds? Shocking, right? Today, we're going on a wild space adventure to uncover 10 unbelievable solar system secrets that will leave you in awe, and you'll want to stick around because the last one will totally blow your mind. Here's a fun fact to kick things off. The Sun is massive. The Sun is so gigantic that you could fit 1.3 million Earths inside it. That's like cramming millions of tiny Earths into a giant fiery ball. It's almost impossible to imagine. The Sun is the heart of our solar system, and its energy powers everything on Earth. It helps plants grow, warms our oceans, and even creates weather. Without the Sun, life wouldn't exist. And here's something wild. The Sun is already 4.6 billion years old, but it's still shining brightly every single day. Now, check this out. Jupiter has a storm bigger than Earth. Jupiter has a storm called the Great Red Spot, and it's been swirling for more than 300 years, longer than any storm on Earth. This massive storm is so big that it could fit Earth inside it like a little marble. Can you imagine a hurricane here that never ever stops? That's what's happening on Jupiter. Scientists are still scratching their heads, trying to figure out why this storm has lasted so long. Here's a surprising twist. Venus spins backward. Venus is like the rebel of the solar system. While most planets spin one way, Venus spins the opposite direction. If you could live there, the sun would rise in the west and set in the east. How strange is that? And here's another surprising fact. A day on Venus, one full spin, takes longer than a year there, one trip around the sun. Imagine having one super long day that lasts for months. This one's wild. Saturn could float on water. Saturn is so light for its size that if you could find a gigantic bathtub and an ocean big enough, Saturn would float. That's because it's made mostly of gases like hydrogen and helium. Those gases make Saturn super light compared to its enormous size. Plus, it has those incredible rings, which are made of ice and rock. Saturn might be the solar system's biggest show-off. Ever heard this before? Uranus spins on its side. Unlike all the other planets, Uranus is tipped over and spins on its side. It's like someone knocked it over billions of years ago. Scientists believe a massive space collision might have done it. This unique tilt gives Uranus the wackiest seasons in the solar system. Imagine winter lasting for decades and summer doing the same. It's a planet full of surprises. Here's something incredible. Mars is home to the biggest volcano in the entire solar system, Olympus Mons. How big is it? Well, it's 3 times taller than Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. And it's so wide that it could cover the entire state of Arizona. Imagine climbing a volcano so enormous that you'd almost be touching space at the top. Scientists believe it erupted millions of years ago, but now it's a giant, silent reminder of Mars's fiery past. This one's straight out of a treasure hunt. Deep inside the atmospheres of Neptune and Uranus, it actually rains diamonds. How does that happen? The intense pressure on these planets crushes carbon and turns it into sparkling diamond crystals. Imagine looking up and seeing shiny gems falling from the sky instead of rain. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, but it's real science. This might surprise you. Did you know the moon is slowly drifting farther from Earth? Every year it moves about an inch farther away. Over millions of years, the moon will look smaller in our sky. If it keeps moving, our nights would get much darker, and ocean tides would be completely different. It's a good thing this is happening super slowly. There's no need to worry. Time for some love from space. Pluto may be small, but it's full of surprises. On its surface, there's a giant, heart-shaped glacier made of ice. Scientists call it Pluto's heart, and it makes the dwarf planet look like a love letter from space. Even though Pluto isn't officially a planet anymore, it's still one of the most fascinating places in our solar system. Here's a jaw-dropper. The distance between Earth and the Moon is so huge that you could line up every planet in the solar system in that space, and you'd still have room left over. That's more than 238,000 miles. Next time you look at the Moon, imagine all the planets squeezed into that gap. Mind-blowing, right? Bet you didn't know this. Even though Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and can get super hot, up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, its poles have ice. How? Some craters near the poles stay in permanent shadow, never getting sunlight. These areas are freezing cold, which keeps the ice from melting. It's like a tiny freezer on a scorching planet. Hold on tight for this one. Neptune is the windiest planet in the solar system, with wind speeds of over 200 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound, so fast it could blow a jet plane right out of the sky. What's even crazier is that Neptune is so far from the Sun, yet it still has all this wild weather. Scientists are still trying to figure out why. Here's a blast from the past. A long time ago, Mars wasn't the dry, dusty planet we see today. It had rivers, lakes, and even oceans. Scientists have found old riverbeds, canyons, and minerals that could only have formed in water. Turns most of Mars's water is trapped in ice at the poles or hidden underground, but it's exciting to think it might have been a home for life millions of years ago. Ready for this? At the very edge of our solar system, there's something called the heliopause. It's like a giant invisible wall made by the sun's energy, marking where our solar system ends and interstellar space begins. Beyond this point, the sun's influence fades, and we enter the vast unknown of the galaxy. It's the ultimate solar system boundary. And finally, meet Earth's tiny twin. Ceres is a dwarf planet that lives in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It's so small that you could drive across its diameter faster than you could drive from Los Angeles to Denver. Even though it's tiny, Ceres is full of mysteries. It has water, and scientists think it might even have a salty underground ocean, which makes it a fascinating place to study. Wasn't that epic? We've gone from icy Mercury to wild winds on Neptune, and even discovered a tiny twin of Earth. The solar system is full of surprises, and who knows, maybe you will discover the next big space secret someday. Which fact made you say, wow? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button for more fun adventures. See you next time, Space Explorers.